Today we have the Jacobsen HR 5111 four-wheel drive. This is a rough unit. Alright, this is a diesel motor, and the job we are doing today is the starter. Now, I don't know what Jacobsen was thinking, but first thing you want to do is disconnect the battery. And the battery on this thing is in an extremely dangerous place. Alright, so here's our machine, and you got to go wedge yourself right in between this deck, behind the front tire, under this bar. Let me turn the light on here, and voila. Now I disconnected that battery already, which I wanted to point out, you have no room in here. You got metal here, and there is a bracket in the front. You can loosen that, but that does not give you much more than maybe a ½ inch to slide that battery forward. Didn't help at all. And for anybody doing this on the ground, you have to be extremely careful when you're putting your socket in there to disconnect that power cable. I don't know why it's there. It's like they built the machine and said, oh, we forgot the battery. We need to find a place to mount this thing, and shoved it way under that deck. Now, there is a latch here. I wanted to point out, this latch is for these arms. So, what it will basically do down here, there's a locking mechanism. It will lock this deck from falling down and literally crushing you or severely hurting you. How nice of Jacobsen to do that. So they said, oh my gosh, we need a place to install the battery, let's put it there. And then the next guy said, well, what if the deck falls? Well, let's just put a latch right there. Honestly, would have been much easier to put the frickin' battery back here. But anyway, I'm not Mr. Jacobsen. I'm just Rob, the engine mechanic. So today we are doing the starter. Alright. On first glance, you're going to see a nut right here with some wires. You don't have to remove that nut. That actually is already connected to your starter. Alright, so that can stay on. You are going to need to get, can't really see here, you're going to need to get that nut right there on the top, which we will do here while it's on the ground. And then underneath here, let me turn my light on here, how well we're going to be able to see. Alright, we got some wires under here we got to disconnect, and there's going to be, there we go, that's better, another bolt right there on the bottom of the starter. Alright, so if you don't have a lift, it's going to be a little tricky getting down there, but it is doable. Easiest way to get to that bolt, I got a little contraption made up here, is I'm going to want to, I need both hands here, so I'll just show you with my hand. I'm going to want to run my attachment right down there, right out the back here, and this is where I'm going to put my gun, because you really have no room to get in here with a wrench. And you can try to get maybe here with just a just the socket itself and pull up on that, but this one's rather tight, so I'm going to go with the extension with a little swivel on it. I never recommend swivels on these air guns, but in this case I'm going to have to, and we're just going to have to be very careful with it. Alright, so let's see if we can get this down there. It's 9/16. Don't know if I said that yet or not. And we're going to put our air gun right there. Alright, I just gave it one quick shot with the air gun, one quick pump of air. I didn't want to have this thing come flying off, but it loosened it up. So, take that nut out of there. Alright. Alright, that worked. Here's a good tip. So, I actually used my phone with my light and my screen and put it on the bolt as I was fishing this socket through and I was able to see if I was on the nut or not. So now I am, and my extension is running down here. So it looks like I'll be able to get that. So a little tip, use your phone so you can look on the screen to see if you're getting your socket on there. And should be able to get that out from the top. And I'll have to do the same thing to get it back in. Just use your phone to guide that bolt back in there. So, but I'm gonna need 2 hands to ratchet this out. So, all right. Well, that worked. I had to end up getting the impact gun again. Trying not to drop this bolt, pulling it out of there. There we go. Now we should be able to wobble this thing out. Let's see. There she is. It's like in there. A little rusty. Alright, well, we got some wires on the bottom here now that are going to have to come off. Let me see if I can maneuver this thing in such a way to get to them. A little hard with one hand. Yeah, I can get to them from here. I definitely can get to them with it up in the air, but I don't want to appear lazy. Looks like we just got the one nut down there. And we got that one wire there that clamp should just slide right off. Starter is out. This is our new starter, obviously, and the old one. This was only like 80 bucks, and with tax it came to like 90 bucks or something. Had I ordered the original one from Jacobsen, probably be looking around, I don't know, on the upside of 200 plus. So, all right, well, to get it back in, just follow those steps. Rewind the video, play it in reverse, and good luck. Hopefully this helps somebody.